wasted too much time, and your time is the only thing I wish was mine. So yeah, I think I'm ready to jump out the window straight.
Hey guys, it's Destiny. Welcome back to my channel. It's my second video now, so I get to say welcome back, not just welcome. That's cute, right? Okay. So today I'm here with a story time, and this story will be about the worst date I've ever gone on, like my worst date ever. And this is not like he didn't pay for dinner. This is like just the worst day in general. Okay, so I was a freshman in college and I was living on campus. I went to Oglethorpe University at the time, and at Oglethorpe, it kind of looks like Hogwarts. It's in Atlanta. A lot of people don't even know what it is, and they're from Atlanta. But when I say like it looked like a castle and it's down the street from Lenox, they're like, oh, okay, that gray building. I'm like, building? Yeah. And I was asking my roommate if she was going to a Halloween party that was coming up, and she was like, no, I don't think I'm gonna go because I heard from some upperclassmen that the party can get crazy. And I mean, like, other people from other campuses coming up here like to turn up and then causing like so much drama that it ends up being shut down. And I'm like, you're not going to the party because of drama? Girl, they got drama where I'm from, so I'm going to this party. I get ready to go to the party, and I decided to dress up as Pocahontas. I was real cute. I had long, like, virgin Remy on a quick weave. I glued it right on in the day of. I wasn't finna put in no extra effort. It was a frat party. I wasn't on my way to live on a Sunday. But yeah, I had on the little Pocahontas dress, the little belt that went with it. They gave me a little backpack that shaped like Nico. I was like, oh, that's cute. And I had on just some regular knee-high brown boots with tassels on them. Go to the party, and when I get there, it's like, dang, this is really living up to the hype. Like, it was a really big turnout. So many people were there. So many people I never seen before because they didn't go to our school. So I'm like, who are these people? I'm looking around, it's all these new guys. I'm like, okay. And I had just turned 18 the month before, so I was really like, yep. They about to holler. I'm 18 now. And I am walking around the party saying hey to the people that I know from class. So obviously they're like my age, 18, 19 type thing. One guy was like, hey, you want to get on our YouTube? And I'm like, no. Like, I don't know you, bro. But he was like, you want to get on our YouTube? And I'm like, nah, like, I'm good. Because I'm one of those people, I'm too paranoid to let other people like take pictures of me and stuff like that, like, off guard, because I work with kids and I don't like for people to think that like I'm associated with anybody who could be perceived as doing something that's inappropriate for me. So I was like, no, I'm good. I don't want any pictures. Plus, I was trying to join a sorority, and I'm like, I can't join a sorority if you guys are taking pictures of me with all these red cups, doing all this crazy stuff, twerking on stage, throwing it in a circle. No, I can't get into the sorority like that. So anyway, I am dancing just with some of my friends or whatever, and we're walking around and we see this girl and she's like throwing up. And when I say throwing up, like, I've never seen anybody like this empty. Like, she was really giving it up. She had nothing left to give by the end of it, actually. And then this dude came over there and he was being nice to her. He was trying to help her out, and I'm like, oh, okay, like, are you gonna walk her back to her room, or you want me to call campus safety? He's like, no, I got her. I know her boyfriend or whatever. So I'm like, all right, if you know her boyfriend, cool, like, I'm walking off. So I'm walking away. He grabs my arm. No, I don't do the arm grab. Like, don't grab my arm. So he grabbed my arm, and I turned around and moved my arm back like, can I help you, and how? So I had to get out of there because I feel like he was too drunk and he would have tried to make it into a conversation that it didn't need to be. So the party's going on, it's turned, we're having a good time. All of a sudden the lights like come on at the top of the stairs. Now when the lights came on, I'm like, is the party over? Like, did we just get shut down for real? Like, I thought that was just a rumor. But it wasn't us getting shut down. It was this other squad of guys coming to the school to basically like use it as their video shoot. So they had their camera with them and like their light crew and all their like homies in black shirts filming their videos or whatever. And like, I don't know if they were gonna mute it out and play their songs over it, but I just hope that they wasn't I just hope that they wasn't planning on posting videos where all them girls as drunk as they was and yelling and stuff. I see the lights and I stop dancing with my friends. I'm like, who is that? And they're like, oh girl, they always up here making videos and stuff. I'm like, why do they go here? They're like, no, they don't go here, but I mean, they perform sometimes at like our little campus space and stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. So they asked me like, do you want to be in our video? I'm like, no, I'm okay. Do you want to be in our video? No, I'm okay. So I walk away, go get me some food like they had outside of the house in the backyard. You could line up and get burgers from like the grill. There would be like a frat brother on the grill or whatever making burgers, and it didn't cost you any money. Well, not that I never paid for no burger. I hope no one else did. If you watching this and you paid for a burger, you know what house this was. They owe your money back. I'm standing in line for my burger and this dude comes up to me again and he's like, so you Pocahontas? I'm like, yeah. He was like, okay, you look like Pocahontas. I was like, thanks. And I turned back around, got on my phone, parlaying as usual. And he's like, excuse me, I have to say this. I'm like, what now? Like, you already complimented my costume. There's nowhere else this conversation can go. He's like, you know, I just feel like, I know you don't want to be in our video, but we need you to be a part of this project. Like, and then he starts going on and on about how deep their mission is as a music team, and like they're trying to start their own label and and I'm like, okay, look, bruh, I'm all about supporting black businesses, so I will not be in your video. But I will agree to take a picture of my choice. He was like, okay, cool. So I got a t-shirt. I got a couple t-shirts in the trunk. If you want to pick your size, we can do it in a parking lot. I'm like, I'm not going in no parking lot by myself with you just to take a picture. That is sketch. I be watching Law and Order and For My Man and Crimes of Passion and Fatal Attraction. No, I'm not parking lot picture. I'm like, no, we can go into the kitchen area right over there. And it was an area where everybody could see you. I was like, and I'll just stand by the wall because they have like an all red wall right there. So I was like, okay, it's a plain background, like nothing affiliated with nothing, just me, the shirt. And the shirt didn't say nothing bad. It said something like Kings and Queens. I don't know if it said Unite, something like that, but I ain't never seen none of their YouTube videos now that I think of it, and I'm always on YouTube. This is really suspicious now. I take the picture or whatever, and right after he snaps the picture, he's like, hold on, let me get one more with the team, I'm like, no, I'm not taking a picture with your team. He like, okay, well, will you at least get in the group picture with us on stage or whatever? I'll make sure nobody got no cups or nothing in their hand. Well, I decided I wasn't gonna be as petty as usual, and I was like, I can hop in your group picture and give you guys the appearance that you claim to need. So I get in the picture and I make it clear that I'm not in this group. I stand in front of them, but way in front, like on some like off to the side, looking over, smiling, just happen to be here type stuff. I wasn't trying to like be a part of the squad because I never heard none of their songs. I don't know what y'all rap about. I go to school teaching girls empowerment, and I can't be like in a picture where they rapping about like throwing that P word on the D word. Like, it's just not gonna happen. After we take the picture, one guy from the back of the group, he came up to me and he's like, so why was you so far away from us? And I'm like, I just don't know y'all like that. And he was like, well, I get that, but like, do that mean you don't want to dance with me? And I'm like, did he just try to game me? But anyway, so I'm dancing with him and I like dancing, so like we're going at it, and then I think like 3 songs later, I tried to walk away and he was like, nah, come here, come here. I'm like, I can pee. And he like, nah, come here, for real. I'm like, no, I'm about to go. Like, no, I'm not. He like, you don't want me to walk you back to your room? I'm like, no, I don't. I have to pee. And I walk away and I grab one of my friend's hand to make sure that I wasn't going in the bathroom by myself, because if the last thing I said was I gotta pee and then he decide to forget which bathroom belongs to the men just because I'm in there peeing, then I mean, we're gonna have to call Roland Martin, because it's gonna be a case. I go to the bathroom with my friend. I'm telling her like, bruh, this dude is like creepy. Like, he keeps telling me to come here or whatever. Like, and then I come out the bathroom and he's still on the stage, and I get back on the stage but with my friend, and I'm dancing with the guy again, because at this point, like, he was the only person that I had danced with, and I didn't want to go up to nobody and be like, hey, dance with me. And I didn't want to dance by myself, because y'all know when Keith Sweat come on, you gotta be in the moment. You gotta, I want tonight, hey, for me and you. Ow. Come here, baby. All right. So that song was playing. I'm like, okay, you know, I could bike it up one time. And after that song goes off, he's like, look, I know it seemed like I was being pushy before or whatever, but like, for real, I just think you pretty. And I was like, pretty? Now that is a nice word. In my head, I was like, that is a nice word. Dudes do not be calling girls pretty no more. They be like, you bad, or you anything but pretty. So he was like, I just think you pretty. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks. And I started walking away. He was like, I can't get your number or nothing. And I'm just like, am I pretty, or did you just want my number? I gave him my number. I was real gullible, and I was honestly waiting on my boyfriend at the time to break up with me. So I was like, I could see what it's like to go on a little date or something. Maybe he could give me some food. I was broke. I was in college. The next day, I get a text, and it's like, what up, this Leo. I'm like, I don't know nobody named Leo. And then it was an out of area code phone number, and it wasn't a 404 number from Georgia, and it wasn't a 937 number from Dayton, where I'm from. So it was like, okay, I don't know nobody named Leo, and I definitely don't know nobody from this area code. So I'm like, Leo who or whatever, send a picture. He was like, all right. He sends the picture. Now, mind you, the picture is from like a downward angle at a party. He got his jewelry and stuff showing. He got on a hat like he did at the party. And what else? He had on like a button down shirt. So I'm like, oh, okay, how do I supposed to know? Like, how am I supposed to know you? He was like, you gave me your number last night at the party, Pocahontas. And I'm like, okay, I only gave my number to one person, so I know who this is now. And I'm in my head like, bruh, I know Leo is not your name. Like, I feel like that's not his real name, but I mean, it could be. I don't know. But anyway, so he like, is it possible we could get to know each other better? And I'm like, I don't know about getting to know each other, because I'm not interested in a relationship, but we can like kick it. We can go get some food or something every once in a while. Now, mind you, I only said get some food. I'm not trying to talk on the phone. I'm not your friend. I'm not your bestie. And I'm definitely not your sis. So like, you just gonna get me food, bro. Anyway, so he's like, yeah, can we go out sometime? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Just let me know when you're like trying to plan it so that I can look at my schedule. And he was like, okay, well, I got free time on Monday afternoon between classes or whatever. I got class at like 3, I think he said. And I'm like, okay, well, I only have class till 11. So, I mean, we could get lunch. And he was like, cool, okay, it's on me where you want to go. And I'm like, you didn't have to tell me it was on you. I'm bringing money for myself in case you ain't got no money. But it is on you, of course. Anyway, yeah, it's on me where you want to go. I'm like, Five Guys, burgers and fries. So Monday rolls around and I'm finished with my exam. He's blowing up my phone. I told him that I wasn't going to be ready. I told him I wasn't going to be ready till 1 o'clock. I told him to pick me up at 11. He got there at like 10:30, but I really wasn't ready. I went to class bummy. I intended to wake up, get dressed first, go to class, take my exam, be ready to go with him to Five Guys and come back. But instead, I pulled an all-nighter the night before, woke up like 5 minutes late from my test, ran to class. And if you go to Oglethorpe, you know what it's like running up that hill if you're not that boy that used to run around school all the time. So like our whole campus was uphill. All the dorms and stuff were like down, and you had to walk up like this to get to your classes. Like all of them were at the very front of the campus, and all the dorms were in the very, very back. So anyway, so I'm like 5 minutes late. I'm like, man, like now I gotta run. So I'm dipping in class. I'm like, this is why I should have saved my money for a scooter. So I get to class, take my exam, and I'm like, I still got on what I went to sleep in. My teeth are not brushed. I need a shower. Like my bundles need a good blow dry. And I didn't have bundles back then, but I used to treat my Remy like it was everything. You know what I'm saying? A good pack of Remy will lead you a long way. You know what I'm saying? I needed to blow dry my hair. I needed to put on some mascara. I needed to get my lip gloss. So I go back to my dorm. I start getting ready. And I mean, if he was in the parking lot, he was in the parking lot. He could have left. I'm not your girlfriend. You don't have to take me to Five Guys. So he waits anyway. So I'm like, oh, okay. You know, I'm not going to do him wrong like this. So I go outside, get in the car, and his cousin is driving. So I'm like, who's that? And he was like, you don't know him? Y'all got class together. And I looked at him, and suddenly I remember I did have politics with him. And he was like a really cool dude. He ain't never did nothing wrong to me or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay, like, what are you here for? Because, I mean, I don't trust nobody. He's like, I'm going to drop y'all off or whatever. I was letting him use my car to take you at 11, but you weren't ready. And I'm like, shade, like, I wasn't late to a date with you, Leo's cousin. So he's like, but you was late. And I'm like, okay, so what happens now? Like, why are you driving? He was like, well, I'm gonna just drop y'all off at the spot, and then I'm gonna bring y'all the car back in like 45 minutes after I take my niece to the doctor like I was supposed to today. So we going to the spot. That was awkward. Okay, so we going to the spot, and I'm thinking that we going over someone's house. This is fine with me because, I mean, I am not like a ditzy girl. I am very well aware of what's going on. When I feel paranoid, I tune in extra hard. I was taking in my landmarks. If we was gonna pull up at a house, I was gonna know the street address, trust. And I had already given 2 people his phone number to make sure they knew where I was. Cause I don't play that, honey. Like I said, I watch crime TV. I will not be a victim. I'm just looking around, seeing like where we're going or whatever. We didn't go anywhere too far, but then we start getting on the highway, and I was like, now, I don't know what spot this is, but I'm thinking when he said the spot, he was going to drop us off at the spot we was on our way to. So I'm looking forward to my Five Guys. We pull up at a motel. Like a motel. Not the ones where they leave the light on for you. The ones where you turn the light on with a string. A motel. So we get to this motel, and it's like all his homies walk up to him. Hey, what's up? It's like a whole bunch of girls over there. It's like a kickback going on. So I'm like, is this a detour? Like, I didn't agree to go to a party with you. So I'm sitting in the car. They get out of the car, and they go talk to these girls that's there. It's one room where everybody keep going in and out of. So I asked him, like, why are we here? He was like, I live here. And I'm like, you live here? He was like, I wasn't gonna say nothing because I knew you was gonna be embarrassed to come over. I'm like, come over? This looked like it was already a gathering to me. And he was like, yeah, basically I got put off campus because my financial aid. So we staying up here for the month. And then when next semester start, we get to move back on campus. He like, but my roommate here too, or whatever. He from Louisiana. And we just split the cost or whatever so we could stay in school. Okay, I want to clear something up. I know other people in Atlanta in this situation. The only thing is that they rent hotels. Okay? Ho. Emphasis on the H. Not motels. But I was like, okay, you know what? Everybody ain't got it like that. So I give him the benefit of the doubt yet again. I'm going through this gullible girl phase. And I get out of the car because at this point I had to pee. So I go into the place and it's like a whole gang of people there, like huge party. This girl is there with her toddler. It's a lady there, look like an auntie. It's a family gathering going on. I'm like, I didn't know I was gonna meet your relatives today, Leo. So I come in and they're like, hey, what up, Skin? What up, Skin? What up, Skin? And I'm thinking, Skin, like, why do they keep saying that? So I go to the bathroom, I come out, and I sit really close to the door in this chair. Now, the reason I sat close to the door is because I don't play that. You're not going to have me in a situation where I'm backed into a corner. I will get up and go. So I'm sitting there, and something just didn't feel right about this. And then on top of this, Leo go in the bathroom, and then he comes out, and then he starts pouring himself a drink. And when he starts pouring himself a drink, his cousin is like, bruh, why would you do that, bruh? And he was like, man, it's the weekend, why not? And he was like, bruh, Monday ain't the weekend. He like, man, it is the weekend. I ain't going to class. I'm like, so you ain't got class at 3:30? Okay, that's strike one. I'm on my way out of here. So after that, he lays down on the bed or whatever, and these two girls start fighting. And one girl was like, so you mean to tell me you was messing with him the whole time I was pregnant by him? And the other girl was like, first of all, he didn't want you in the first place. This is why. Because you're always in your feelings. You're always mad about something. You're always going off about something. And guess what? At the end of the day, that might be your baby, but I'm stepmommy and there's nothing you can do. And I'm like, the audacity. So, like, girl, look, whew. I'm like, it's about to get violent. I definitely got to go. Because you don't say nothing like that to nobody and get away with it, pregnant or not. But the girl surprisingly just like started crying and was like, okay, I got somebody for you. I got somebody for you. So she run out of the room on her phone. And I'm like, all right, that's strike two, Leo, buddy. It's time to get off the bed. I'm ready to go. But his cousin had already left to go take his niece to the doctor or whatever. So I'm like, at this point, I'm Googling taxi companies. I know the address to where we at because, like I said, I don't play. I saw the marquee sign when we first pulled into the lot. Yeah, I'm looking at taxi companies or whatever, but it all just looks so expensive. So I'm like, let me text the people who know where I am and see if they can come pick me up. Well, the people who know who I'm with, rather. And see if they can come pick me up. None of them were available. So I'm like, all right, bruh. All right. If this is how it's gotta be. So I was in the process of joining a sorority at the time, and my sorority sisters, or soon to be technically, but I mean, those my girls. I was sitting there like, okay, who can I call? Who can I call? Let me try to wake him up one more time before I call them, because I didn't want to make a bad impression. Like, I'm still trying to like get initiated. So I didn't want to make a bad impression. So I'm like, man, all right, I'm not about to call them and be like, yo, I'm stranded with this dude named Leo that I don't really know like that from the party last night that y'all warned me about. Can you come get me? Please? So instead, I tried to ask Leo, hey, use one of their car and take me home. One of these people can't take me home. School 20 minutes away. He gets up and instantly I could tell he was high. So he leans over on me and he's like, hey, what you in a rush for? Like, come here. And he put his hand on the side of my head like this and try to pull me over. No, because you don't touch my hair and you definitely don't smash up no quick weave made of Remy. You don't do that. Because for one, who said that my glue was dry from last night? I did go straight to a party and it was warm up under my cap. Don't play like the rules of the scalp don't count. Because over here they do. Don't touch my hair and don't, no. So anyway, I pull away from him like, boy, don't never get it twisted. And he like, man, go home, man, go home. I'm like, well, take me. But at this point, I didn't want him to take me because he looked like he high. He just like swaying back and forth while he's talking to me like this. And all of a sudden, he just leans back over. So I'm like, all right, bruh, wake up. Like, can I at least see your phone to call your cousin so I can ask him to take me back to school? Because the class that I have this afternoon, he has it too. All right, I'm gonna get my phone. And then he just closed his eyes. So I go retrieve my seat by the door. And when I say by the door, I mean like if I go like this, I'm on the knob. I'm on the knob. So I'm sitting there like, what is going on? And all of a sudden, one of the little cousins or whoever he was like,
dang, he really gone off them perkies though. Like, he really out. He really out.
like, did he just overdose? A moment of education, children. You don't have to foam at the mouth to overdose on Percocet. All you have to do is pass out and wake up with yellow eyes, also known as jaundice. That is a sign of the fact that you had a silent overdose. FYI. So I'm in my head like, no, he ain't gone. He could really be gone. Like, and y'all don't care? I have to go. I have to go. I'm calling every taxi company I can. They're telling me all these ridiculous prices. So at this point, I'm like, let me choose which sisters I'm going to call because one of my sorority sisters is coming today. And as I'm scrolling along, I hear the guy Leo's phone ringing and he like, hey, and the guy that's standing next to him talking about the perk, he's like, hey, skinny. Hey, skinny. 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 And as he was saying this, I couldn't help but think, is this what they've been saying the whole time I've been here? Like, skinny, skinny, skinny. Is this his street name? Like, out of all the names, skinny? Not Lil Man? Not even Lil Man. Just Skinny. Okay. Skinny. All right, so he's trying to wake Skinny up, and Skinny ain't moving. So at this point, Skinny's phone is ringing back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Everybody's looking for Skinny. Skinny, Skinny, Skinny. Skinny's not answering. So the guy picks up Skinny's phone and he like, what up, B? Say you short. Man, can't be, man. Again, always him. Hangs up the phone. He looks at the other guy that was sitting at the table close to me and he was like, man, cuz in jail again, bruh. He like, you talking about BJ? BJ, bruh. I'm like, BJ the one that was supposed to take me back to school. BJ. He in jail right now. So like he not like allowed behind the wheel like right now. Okay. Noted. I'm calling the first person I can click. So at this point I'm sending a mass text like, come get me. And two of my sorority sisters were on their way. Y'all know who y'all are. Hey girl, I still owe you. Both of y'all. I got so irritated because not only was Skinny overdosed, not only was BJ in jail, not only did these girls just almost get into a fight, not only was I stranded at a motel, not only did I not get Five Guys burgers and fries, but the only thing that they cared about when they said BJ was in jail was, I kid you not, he said, BJ in jail, bruh. Dude was like,
dang. Fizz, stay lurking, bro. Dang. Pull up some.
I'm like, oh no. Nobody around here has any type of concern for their environment, for the people they supposedly care about. If y'all have no regard for your own lives, you're definitely not gonna care how I get home. I got to go. And so I put my wrist up, I twisted the knob like so. I left out of there. I went down the stairs, sat in the lobby. I didn't say nothing to nobody when I left. I just opened the door and left. I went downstairs, sat in the lobby, text my sorority sisters the exact address with the zip code, and they came and picked me up, and they didn't ask any questions because they love me so much. And yeah, so, you know, the next day, Skinny was blowing up my phone. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning. I guess he had finally woken up from being gone off them perkies. And he just kept telling me how he thought I was so ride or die. And it was great that I stuck it out and didn't leave his side. And I was like, I hope you don't think I was worried about you. Don't ever text me or call me again. Please lose my number. Goodbye, Skinny. So ever since then, I ain't never messed with nobody named Skinny or Leo. I just ain't. So that was my story, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Again, don't forget to thumbs up, share my videos, leave a comment about your worst day or about Skinny. I'll see you guys next time. Hit subscribe and turn on your notifications.